As a long-standing partner of ours, we are delighted to welcome back InsurTech Hub Munich to our stage once again. They will be taking you through a masterclass in enabling SMEs to thrive, a particularly relevant topic, given the challenging economic headwinds we find ourselves in. You'll learn about the state of the commercial insurance market for SMEs and whether it's the perfect time to be disrupted, and how SMEs can safeguard themselves for long-term growth and ultimately success. Please welcome InsurTech Hub Munich.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. My name is Christian Gnam. I'm the Managing Director of InsurTech Hub Munich, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our next commercial showcase tonight. Presented to you by InsurTech Hub Munich, we are, for those who don't know us yet, we are a non-profit innovation platform based here in Munich. Our mission is to drive innovation and digitalization with movers and shakers in the industry. Our community includes various partners and members from the tech scene, from the insurance scene. We have global insurance companies here. We have local ones, big ones, smaller ones, leading tech firms, cross-industry partners, VCs, universities, and a huge network of startups.
That is Christian, the Managing Director of the InsurTech Hub Munich. You forgot to introduce yourself. And I am Esther, the Program Director at the InsurTech Hub. Today also marks the showcase of our next commercial innovation program, which is a dedicated format where we bring our entire community of insurers, of tech players, of startups, of industry experts together around a certain hypothesis, around a certain business line, around a vertical. And we do this in order to inject innovation in this area through mainly collaborations between insurers and tech partners, insurers and startups, but also by creating collective know-how, sharing best practices, and really looking out at what are the trends that are hitting us next that we have to know about today. And this is also what we bring here with us today, with a great panel discussion and with a couple of great use cases.
Why do we especially focus on SMEs as a market? SMEs represent 90% of all businesses worldwide. They employ half of our workforce and contribute about 50% to our GDPs. So in most of our countries, SMEs are the backbone of our economies. However, different to the big corporates, which a lot of times have own risk departments, they are seriously exposed to risks and are often underprotected. According to a study of MAPFRE, 7 out of 10 SMEs that experience a serious loss will go under if they do not have the right protection. When it comes especially to essential things like income statement, property liability, or cyber protection. Thus, on the one hand, we see a massive protection gap here. And on the other hand, there's also, for insurance companies, a huge potential in that. They can pave their way from being just a payer to a serious partner for SMEs by helping them to manage their risks and give them a peace of mind to let them focus on what they know best is to grow their business.
Not only is there a strong need on the customer side, as Christian just described, a need because they're underinsured, but we also see significant moves in the market confirming that there is business potential, that there is growth potential, both in insurance and beyond in the SME space. Just look at some of the recent funding rounds, for example, for insurance, that are digitizing the commercial distribution journey, recent newcomer SureIn, or the continuous rise of the targeted SME solution Personio. If you look beyond Germany, just consider the huge news around the US-Israeli scale-up, I would say, unicorn, NXT Insurance, who recently surpassed 500,000 customers in the US with their tailored SME insurance solutions. And now they've gathered a staggering 265 million by notable investors such as Allianz X and Allstate. Looking at these factors, the customer need, but also what is happening in the market, we went into this innovation program with a strong hypothesis. And I think Christian described it very well already. We believe that insurers can become indispensable partners for SMEs, protecting and fostering their resilience and their long-term growth. And they can do so, in particular, in two areas, which also represent what is top of SMEs leaders' minds right now. The first area that we have identified is cybersecurity. The recently published Hiscox Cyber Readiness Report confirmed that cyber risk is still top of SMEs' mind. It's the #1 business risk factor that they see. And this is for good reason. The same report shows that while awareness and spending has increased in cyber over the past years, so did significantly the attacks very, very directed at smaller and medium-sized enterprises. At the same time, expertise in those small and medium-sized enterprises around cyber remains low. In the insurance world, the focus lies on simplification of underwriting and covering the entire cyber value chain, really from prevention all the way to incident response, to make the cyber risk more sustainable. InsurTechs like Finlex and Stoic are an example here, promising a cyber policy quote based on only 3 pieces of information, or a fully digitized sign-up journey that replaced the often cumbersome questionnaires of insurers. But also insurers are increasingly, and have been building in the past years, ecosystem around their cyber product to really cover the entire value chain. The question here remains, in this very, very dynamic risk environments, also with new technologies, with Gen AI, with the entire hype around Gen AI, how can insurers stay on top of their game when it comes to convenience and ease of cyber protection products, policies for SMEs, while also having the risks stay insurable for themselves?
And the second field of action is digitization. The SME market is a very big one, but it's also a very heterogeneous one, so difficult to grasp. But on the same time, nowadays, the customers expect a smooth digital customer journey that is very customized as well. So insurers have to get along with that. On the one hand, they have to provide this customer journey, this smooth digital customer journey. And on the other hand, they also have to extend their services. They can go beyond just being a pure risk provider and tap into ecosystems. And while Esther just mentioned a lot of examples in the cyber risks field, and cyber risk is already a little bit more advanced in this, there are also quite a few new examples out there, best practices from insurers tapping into new services for SMEs with respect to digitalization. For example, think about Signal Iduna. They partnered with a neobank, a KPI platform, and a business loan provider to offer their SME clients a whole bundle of finance-related services. Or NXT Insurance. Esther also pointed out in the developments. Allianz just invested in them. They are even going a step further. They are embedding insurance offerings in their partners' Intuit QuickBooks accounting solution. And by that, they offer small businesses and accountants the possibilities to obtain quotes and bind coverage without leaving their QuickBook accounts. So, 2 questions. How can, on the one hand, insurers transform their customers' journey in a smooth digital way, and on the other hand, offer additional services that go beyond just pure insurance coverage?
These 2 topics is exactly what we focus on throughout the innovation program in the last couple months. And we didn't do so ourselves, but we invited international startups to apply, to work with insurers and create real use cases in the field of cybersecurity for SMEs and in the field of value-added services in the digitization space. Some of these startups are on the slide here. A lot of them are in the room, so I'm very, very happy to see your faces around. And I want to highlight just that those startups made it from over 150 applications into this program and have now had a high number of business development talks also with our insurers. Those are startups like CyberDirect, making the cyber market more transparent, more accessible to SMEs. Startups like InCyber, empowering SMEs to manage their cyber posture themselves.
Or moving again to the field of digitalization. For example, take Pencilla. Through a very digital, easy, and transparent process, they make pension insurance also available for SMEs to offer it to their employees. Or take Comply AI. You all know this very cumbersome process of GDPR and ISO. They step in there and help you through a digital solution to get a transparent overview what has to be done and be covered as well in this aspect. So we see great opportunities in both fields out there. The question is, what does it finally take to make it happen? And for that, we would like to invite some experts from the field of commercial insurance to the stage with whom we will discuss exactly this development, what can be done, what has to be done, and maybe also what are the hurdles.